I'm not sticking my nose in there. I'm betting it's another ledge. So what I'm gonna do is explore these caverns, then basically go back in the crash zone and try to just get the fuck out of this map as quickly as possible. This is the kind of crap that basically if you have a module that you're not that committed to really playing through, is that where it's very easy to dump it. This could be, the crashing could be because I'm missing some resource. I talked about the critical build at the start of the game, but this would be somewhat different. This would be some kind of a problem with something that you've added later on. Something that basically the big problem is that a lot of these modules are originally, when they were designed, they're ancient, and they're relying on resources that have basically kept changing a lot afterwards. So there might be some kind of a problem there. That the newer versions basically do things a little bit differently, or the resources change a little bit, or the newer installations don't include it in some way, something like that. Not dig deep, nasty ants. Okay. Wood fence. Can we just tear it down? But I don't know about if this instability is caused because of missing resources. Because I remember this always being like this. Everything else should be more or less like typical Neverwinter, right? Like, yeah, it can crash, but it's so rare. It's hard to pin it on something specific. Someone or something has piled some large stones here. I wonder what they were. Could be anything. It's not that big of a level.
Taste of my rock!
And the ants are effortless. Well, they're worker ants, not warrior ants. I'm a bit worried about proceeding, because I have no spells left. Soldiering ants. Still easy. They probably have a queen. This is a tasty mushroom. Can I use it? No, not really. I don't really get what to do with the mushroom. Because if I can't use it, what's the point of really having it as an item in the first place? Others at least neutralize poison. We could feed it to the ants or something. Okay, at least we should have around 3 to 4 antidotes now. So if we get poisoned, it's not too big of a deal anymore.
Sir.
I love that Larians don't really know how to contribute to this fight.
Taste of my... Let the earth take you!
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
Surely there's something more. Foreman. Okay, that's Strangely, this giant ant has lifted its front legs from the ground. Even more strangely, it holds a large axe in one of them. Yeah. A single foreman is not a problem, but if there's more of them, that's a problem. Queen. Larva. Still focusing on the foreman. There is a large number of unhatched larvae here. So far, it doesn't look like we're gonna get anything interesting here. Foreman's axe might be the only proper loot. Yep, just some larvae. Pathetic. You definitely had an axe. So it is quite literally just an axe. So, worth some experience? I suppose we got 3 neutralized poison funguses. It doesn't sound like much, but it's pretty much the only way to neutralize poison that we have currently. More importantly, we have a secure location to rest. I doubt the goblins would come here to look for us. They're barricaded this already because of the ants. Right, goblins.
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
Why do you have range weapons in?
Okay. Okay.
Should have used the terror. Shit.
Okay.
No, not really. They'll just start to run away from me. It's more annoying usually than useful. The enemy has to be a serious threat for it to be useful.
Taste of my wrath!
Berserker, Shaman, Chieftain. Ooh, he's properly dangerous.
I ask you to follow me now. I must ask for your protection.
No problem!
Okay, the Chieftain is, well, a competent spellcaster too.
We have no choice. They must be eliminated. I must ask for your protection.
He has, the Chief also has an aura of fear. If the Chieftain is only one and left, I think we'll be fine.
We have no choice.
Right.
They must be eliminated.
Both fighters are too afraid to do anything, and I'm stunned or I'm dazed, so I can't do anything. Try to survive. Once I get my spellcasting to work again, we'll be fine. Fuck. How long is siege is gonna take? Okay.
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
Yeah. So you keep saying.
You must fall for the greater good.
Yeah, this whole shit has fallen totally out of control. The goblin has some kind of specialty weapon. Just kill it. The direwolf will disappear if we kill it. Okay, I think we'll be fine. Jesus fuck. Days. Fear, fear. Why is it so hard? At least I can heal myself. Yeah, the Chieftain is not going to be able to attack us, so yeah. It's a free kill for us. I'm taking it. Trying to get these losers to function at this point is pretty hard. I don't know if I even have the tools for it. Fear is just lasts forever. What arrows are you shooting? Normal ones. Okay, at least the Chieftain was a proper opponent. Strong frost trap. Okay, one of the shaman had a staff. Something abnormal. Unable to identify. Ah, look at a key. Key here? Looks like a treasury. Why are you using a ranged weapon? Make traps? Ooh, spider. Ooh.
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
We should have no problem against these. It's the same shit we've killed long ago. Right, anything worthwhile. That doesn't look particularly good. I need magical items there. The vast majority of our wealth. Small shield +2. Well, well, well. Elemental protection. Stone skin. Blood shroom. Choking powder, single use. Remove curse. Craft trap. Protects user temporarily from shapeshifter attacks. Boots of Striding, which is basically worthless, but with Constitution +1. Is anyone going to benefit from that? You are. Yeah, the Elvenkind boots are better. But there's the bot. He would genuinely benefit from that. Vitality. Hey Duster. Days on hit. Not a bad one. Immunity to fear. Bomb rolls vs dragons. Damage shield. Base crafting component of some sort. Halfling sized leather armor +1. Scabbard. Ooh, simple scabbard. It is inscribed with the initials RF. Is that important? And a map. This map shows the route into the mountains from the falls of Kryn Talor. However, instead of leading across the ledge of the goblin lair, the route heads north along the river and high into the mountains. Further on the east edge of the canyon, there is a picture of a cave, hastily circled. In the margin there are words, "Here it hides." East edge of the canyon hides something. Or someone.
No problem.
I guess this is basically here most likely to. If you haven't
We
noticed
have
the
no
actual
choice.
path forward,
They must be eliminated.
it's prodding you in that correct direction. Ooh, we got useful items, a lot of useful items. Immunity to fear. That's gonna be especially useful if we do encounter the dragon, because otherwise there's not gonna be a fight in the first place. Ah, I forgot about that little detail. Vitality +2. Oh no. Anti-fear. Right. Ring of Protection +1. It's a shitty ring, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, as far as I can see, our next thing is to basically try to escape the crash-prone map section. I don't think there's anything here for us anymore. I know where I need to go, but at the same time it'll take a couple of minutes. It's very likely going to crash. $2,300 for a level up, which would allow us to reach the prerequisites for Arcane Archer. Main benefit would be that we'll start to get free enchanted arrows, more or less. So we can start to harm a lot of creatures that we currently can't really do much about. Ah, fuck. Escape from the Shattered Mountains peaks. I'm not interested in looting. Feels good, man. Cue the cape crashing. Nope. Suddenly a great shadow passes overhead. Yeah, then it's gone. Leaving only a chill in your spine. Well, surely it's not a trap. Surely. I do like dragons implemented in this way, in that they don't just land next to you and start some kind of melee or shit. You have to first deal. What is that? Troll. Ooh, fire buttons. We're gonna encounter dragons, we're going to rest and select spells specifically for that fight anyway. To regenerate. The troll's dead body continues to regenerate, only acid or fire can destroy it completely. A torch might do the trick. I have a torch. I do. How exactly would you use this? Interesting implementation. I like it. I like it a lot. Large troll somewhere. I think it's above us. Somewhere on the hills. The ruins seem to have been some part of a small fort, abandoned for many years. These are clearly bear tracks, large ones. Okay, I'll take your word for it, Mr. Ranger dude. I'm a little bit on edge with the crashing still. That's definitely the worst immersion killer. You just can't get into the game immediately after you click onto an unstable area.
You must.
He's not a challenge to us. We can use the torch to finish things off. This might be the only time ever where holding onto a torch has proven to be useful. Shul Cave. This cave reeks of mold and decay. Well, glad it doesn't reek of trolls. What is that? Importantly, how are you supposed to get there? Ooh. pass through a tunnel beneath the water. No.
I ask you to follow me now.
No problem.
You must fall for the great. We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
That's it for you. Take that.
Okay. We'll clear up the larger cave here. That's probably not that important. There's a door there, so you think that's where anything interesting is. Troll. Corpse. Ooh, with a bone. I think I'll take the bone.
How about thee?
I want to check, can we manufacture wands? That might be a feat to go with. I don't know. I don't want to waste spells. This is just standard trash. There could be something truly dangerous later on.
Well met, friend.
A magical blue flame burns here silently, giving off no heat. It's burning a bone. Okay, this is somewhat suspicious. But I do want a bone. This can't possibly go wrong in any way. By some strange magic, a bone floats above the flame. A real bone. Wonder what's the consequence of this. How exactly would that even work? I think there's more or less a recipe. You need a bone wand, really, but sometimes the game allows you to make them out of bones. I don't know, I don't recall at all how it works. Because if this game's craft skills seems to support at least trap crafting, so it should support other type of crafting. Should. Do not disturb Mr. So who's the master here? Assassin vines. Assassin vines are mindless plants that feed off living creatures. I have no idea what assassin vines are. They look like twigs. At least they're visually different than the normal vines. So, who's the master of the trolls?
Perish as you should.
Assassin vibes. Troll wizard. A huge troll is missing a finger. What can we do? I'm gonna open up with a acid arrow. Interrupt it, please. I think we basically got him. Interrupt.
I will strike you down, or fall in battle.
Yeah, feel free to keep on fighting. I have no idea what the Larian's AI basically tries to do. Ruined book. I'll read it. Read it after we've killed it. Found in leather, this tome looks well worn and the writing on the cover already started to fade. The Art of Curses and Hexes. This book describes a great variety of magical recipes for casting all manner of curses, banes, and hexes. The author devotes several chapters to the philosophy of creating retribution, proposing appropriate punishment for all kinds of transgressions. Surprisingly little space is devoted to the means of lifting curses. The final chapter includes a prepared spell of considerable power. So curse. Ring too good for us to identify. I think we had a couple of other items like that. Problem is okay. I thought I only had 2 lore potions. With 3, I can easily waste 1. Abjurer's rope. A spell focus abjuration protection from elements when used per day. It's not particularly good. Goblin staff. Well, great name. Spell resistance, entangle, scare, slow. Probably worth some decent cash though. There's a ring. Troll skin ring. Damage vulnerability, acid and fire, regeneration +4. So you don't encounter acid or fire, this is absolutely amazing ring. Might be good for me, but where would... no. I think this is something we'll keep in storage. Basically take it out when we are familiar with the opponents of an area. You know, 75% vulnerability, that's a lot. Although I think coldness should be a bigger problem here than anything else, so I think we can get away with that. Yeah, the book. Bottom half of this book appears to have been eaten by a troll, judging by the unevenly spaced teeth marks. What remains appears to have been a journal of some sort, mostly ruined now by a foul by a foul saliva. A foul saliva. You can read the remaining portion of a few entries. The vagabond did not have much upon his body except a small ring. He must not have understood its power, for he kept it in his pocket instead of. Perhaps reveal to me the secret of their amazing resilience. After all, their skin is not so much different than human skin. The blood flowing through their veins may be green, but it amazing how my cute cuts close before my very eyes. So far, I have not the courage to attempt a more serious wound, for I admit the pain is not among several days' journey, but with my new find, I do not fear the arrows of bandits, lest they be set afire, if any are so foolish as to. Here the writing changes quite dramatically.
Not exactly as I had expected, but in exchange for invincibility, it may be a blessing in this. Not return to human land, must go to Mount High, where I find safety among troll. Worship me, they call me master, and brings me misses I taste of wine and sound of song. Rap it be a bad thing, and must find I the way to hands not work good and break flask. Letters confuse I. Cannot go back, cannot remove it. Perhaps if I cut.
Right. So we probably don't want to use the ring. But it's a good ring. That's great. Use it and turn into a troll. Did I give it? Oh fuck. Take it off. Right. So it's cursed. We have removed curse potions, we have the book about curses, so I suppose if there's gonna be some kind of a negative reaction for Larian, we have a means to get rid of it. Still, I like these things, these little things that don't really. Oh fuck, there's Troll Berserker there.
I ask you to follow me now.
Where is it? I like these little things that don't
Stand your ground, friends.
directly relate to the main plot, but allows you to screw yourself over. Are you gonna come after me? Ooh, fuck.
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
Yes, they must.
Let the
I still don't get what the magical bone has to do with anything. Maybe he used it to impress the other trolls. Well, either way, we're getting the fuck out of here. over 1,000 experience points and we're getting a level up. I really could use the weapon specialization with longbow. There's a couple of opponents where we're really struggling to do anything to them. I didn't even notice this the first time. He did mention something about bear tracks, but I assumed that he reacted to something completely different. Yeah, ancient grizzly bear. You should hold your ground. Merida is the only one who's gonna survive this.
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
Hey loser, come and join the party.
That's it for you! Take that!
Bear skull. This is the skull of a massive bear, okay? Is there a reason to take it? I don't know, I'm taking it. Goblin helmet. That's the thing. Some rocks fell here from the cliff above. Ooh. Am I going to be ambushed? Leopards. Something there. It's just a river. I think it might be a thing that you have a chance to drop it there or something else similar.
Have at thee!
Are you fighting with your fists?
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
Move, move, move. Cold rain begins to fall. Yeah. Seems like the Shattered Peak was the only problem area. The wind here is terribly strong. You fear that it will blow you off this cliff and into the chasm below. Sheltering cave. I guess we'll end in the sheltering cave then. Whistle.
I think some well-deserved rest is in order.
Yeah, I agree. It seems warmer here near the crystals. It seems like an inviting place to rest. We're gonna get experience to dream again. Could be we're also getting near into the dragon areas. Don't really see a need to change much. We want to buff Meridoc really, and we have enough to buff him. We might do the Darkness Ultra Vision combo, but nah. I don't see a reason to change anything yet. This might work just fine thanks to Merodac's build. A dream of betrayal. Well,
Please.
Red Knights. The century of sorrow shall not come to pass. This is the will of the Lord. This is the will of the Lord.
All dead. They are all dead.
It is the will of the Lord.
It is what? It is what?
I'm so sorry, Murdoch.
No. It shall not come to pass.
Interesting. I want to talk about this dream.
Well met, friend.
Murdoch, I'd like to talk with you about this strange dream I've had.
Oh yeah? What was it about?
I dreamt of the knights in red again. I saw them slaughtering an innocent halfling man.
Yes, I've been having those dreams as well. I shall always be haunted by what happened at Norwich.
No, you don't understand. This was not just a dream of the past. I think it was a dream about the future as well.
The future? And what future did you see?
I saw you in my dream, Murdoch. His face goes pale.
You saw my fate, didn't you?
No, not that. No, it's...
What? What did you see?
I saw you attack me, Murdoch. You were weeping before a coffin, and then you turned with such rage in your eyes.
And I attacked you? Why would I do that?
I don't know. I woke just as it happened.
That is very disturbing.
We don't know if that will come to pass. Maybe it's just a dream. Yeah, don't say that. I'd rather focus on... I didn't see either of us dying, and... just exchanging blows, so we don't really know what's gonna happen.
Yes, maybe just a dream.
Not all my dreams are prophecies, Murdoch. They do not all speak of the future. Murdoch?
Yes, of course they're not. Don't you worry, I shall always be your loyal ally. I would never turn on you in anger.
I'm sure of it, Murdoch.
Come on then, let's get on our way.
Well met, friend.
What do you think of Lord Evernorn's... What do you think of what Lord Evernorn has told us? Do you truly believe that Uther Palandras was behind... was behind the destruction of Norwich?
I do not know. It doesn't make sense.
Why would he later order his men to destroy you? Do you think he saw something in one of his... No. I don't want to blame him. We already know he is suffering from that. Was there anyone living in Norrenshire who might have been some kind of threat? It doesn't explain why everyone had to die.
Red nonsense. We halflings are peace-loving people.
Yeah, I don't think I want to press this. I know. Let us speak of this again, but not now.
Fine by me.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna go down well.
Is there something you wish?
I had a disturbing dream recently, a dream about Meridak, and what it might mean.
What, a dream about me? What did you see in your dream?
Nothing, okay. Meridak looks at you confused and he turns away.
Perhaps we should discuss this in private?
Well, there isn't that much room here, but I'd like to hear his opinion. He seems to be a very sensible person, at least most sensible out of this group.
Is there something you wish?
What did you dream?
I dreamt that he attacked me. He was weeping over a coffin, mourning the death of his kin. I tried to comfort him, but he turned on me instead. He had such rage in his eyes.
Very dark? But he seems like such an honorable and trustworthy man. I cannot see why he would betray you.
Nor can I, but this dream felt very real.
Perhaps it is something you did, or something you will do?
But what? I'm not responsible for what happened at Norrenshire. I have no reason to harm Meridak.
But you do have suspicions about him, or else why would you be talking about this with me rather than with him?
I'm talking with you because I'm trying to understand this dream.
Then perhaps you should talk with him about it instead.
Yes, perhaps I should.
We
I
have
think
no
I'll
choice.
leave things here.
They must be eliminated.
Where do we stand? Okay, my latest dream was most disturbing. I saw the interior of an ancient hall, lined with statues of great warriors. A halfling man stood within the hall, looking at me with bleeding eyes. Before I could speak, 6 knights dressed in red armor emerged from the shadows and attacked this man without mercy, killing him. The Prophet King appeared then and spoke to me. He said, "The century of sorrow shall not come to pass. This is the will of the Earlord." I walked onward then, toward a raised platform where I found my friend Meridak kneeling before someone's coffin. He was weeping uncontrollably, mourning the death of his kin. I spoke to him, but he would not be consoled. Suddenly he turned, his eyes glowing with an anger that I had never seen before. He drew his weapon and attacked me, and then I woke. Is this a vision of the future? Will my friend turn on me in madness? Perhaps I should discuss this with my companions. There's an interesting thing about that, though. This, basically, I'm somewhat leaning toward some kind of filtering theory as far as our visions are concerned, because I mean, basically saying that it's not an accurate portrayal of future events. It's some kind of interpretation prophecy, because we are using the equipment we currently have always in these dreams. We're not really. Probably by the time something like that could happen, we will change equipment or clothing or something else. So we're not exactly the same. Also, it doesn't really make sense why there's the halfling man suddenly and the red knights again, and the Earl Lord and everything, and they all look the same. Uh, they look exactly the same, like I've seen them when they were in the events of centuries past. Nothing has basically changed. So I think we have to be somewhat careful in about what we see. Murdoch turning against me in anger. It seems to be the core of that. But we didn't see either of us die exactly. And I'm not sure why Meridak would do that. I think it's fair to say that there's likely some kind of conflict, but I'm not quite sure where that conflict could be. The only reason apparently is the Norrenshire thing, but I have nothing to do with Norrenshire. There's the possibility that because the Earlord has always been a good and just man, that somehow I'm related to the future events, the Century of Sorrow and the like. So, but why wouldn't he then send the knights after me? Why Norrenshire? So it's not quite that either. The thing is, I don't see Meridak being angry about anything else except something relating to the halflings. Yeah, there's. I think it has to be that some kind of a. He's a good aligned person. He seems to be very emotional though, neutral good. So he's mostly gonna do good things. He's a peace-loving halfling, really wants to be a hero. So he wouldn't face me in anger unless he feels that anger is somehow justified. I can't see how that could possibly be. I certainly haven't done anything to justify it.